In February of 2016, we held the Barnabas Weekend at our church to launch our Antioch initiative. The three consultants presented us with 5 recommendations as a result of our self-study and our time together. Chickasaw United Methodist Church voted overwhelmingly to undertake the Antioch project, which has required a lot of effort by a large number of our church members. Our growing church now has 2 sustained worship services that, along with our children's program, has reached a weekly average of attendance of almost 200. Since February 2016, we have undertaken a number of facility renovations, upgrades, and even adding a parking lot without incurring any debt. We accepted the following 5 recommendations given to us, which we now call the Antioch Project. They are: create a new mission vision statement. Number 2, update our next generation approach to ministry. 3, revive our hospitality culture. 4, cultivate more new small groups. And 5, expand our outreach. We have been working to implement these recommendations over these last 4 years. Number 1, create mission vision statement. The Mission Vision Statement Committee was formed in spring of 2016. A SWOT analysis was done, that is, looking at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for our church. Then, after much prayer, listening to God, listening to one another, meeting together, this group presented the church with this mission statement: loving God, building relationships, serving the world. A vision statement built around the 3 words: connect, grow, inspire. Connect people to Jesus and to each other. Grow deep and wide. Inspire spiritual legacy for all. The above statements were developed based on the Christ-centered values of love, compassion, unity, hope, authenticity, and service. Afterward, there were some adjustments to the committee, and it transitioned to an oversight role. Number 2, create a ministry to bring the next generation to Christ. Our next generation ministry isn't simply a program of the church, it's more of a philosophy. By incorporating intentional shared ministry efforts, we collaboratively work together to connect and grow and inspire children, youth, and their families in their relationships with Christ, and help them find a place in our church. What does this look like? We have purposeful engagement. We even reinvigorated our lessons and our teachings with multisensory, active learning experiences, such as a large group, small group approach to children's and youth ministries, focusing on intentional transitions. That's B. We have worked hard to build a special emphasis on ministry programs during the certain milestone years, that these will be a time of refocus, renewal, actually strengthening the relationship of our youth and our children with Christ. Such an example of that is our very engaged confirmation program we're using now. C, invested relationship. Our entire church family plays an active role in the discipleship of the next generation. We are seeing relationships are forming between people who are separated by 40, 50, or even 60 years of living. Number 3, practice radical hospitality as a church. One of the commonly shared characteristics of growing and healthy churches is a welcoming atmosphere for the guest. Studies have shown a warm greeting greatly influences the chances of someone coming back and joining the family. As a result, we had secret worshipers come to visit our church and audit our level of hospitality. The conclusion was that the members of our congregation demonstrated genuine friendship to each other, but very few were welcomed as guests to the service. As a result, we have become very intentional to show hospitality by having a team of 7 who serves as greeters before every worship service. Number 4, to create new and diverse small groups within and outside the church. The 4th Antioch recommendation was to create new small groups while maintaining our existing ones. The Antioch recommendations called for us to have groups that pray together, study together, and play together. We have study groups now, like women's Bible study, or the sermon discussion groups, fun groups, things like kickball and water polo, and prayer-based groups such as True North or Men's Prayer and Share. We've continued to have our vibrant small group ministry called Sunday School to continue to grow and do well, and we've seen increase in the attendance. People from different backgrounds, nationalities, ages, and levels of spiritual maturity are becoming friends, praying together, discussing the Bible together, and caring deeply about each other in these groups. God is transforming people through these relationships. Number 5, expand the outreach at Chickasaw United Methodist Church. Over the past several years, we have built a legacy of love, support, and most importantly, outreach to the community of Chickasaw. We currently do 2 major in-house outreach programs each year. In the spring, we host a Journey to Jesus Festival. Different than an Easter egg hunt, we have a carnival type event where each station is based on a story of the Bible with the conclusion being the resurrection. We also do a fall event, which we're doing right now, Pumpkins with a Purpose. We have multiple events going on through these 2.5 weeks going up to the end of this month. Chickasaw United Methodist Church is the only church working inside the Chickasaw City School system on a daily and weekly basis. We're undertaking projects such as teaching music class, helping students with their reading, doing teacher appreciation dinners and projects, and providing uniforms for students in need. We'll be hosting community leaders in a special summit in January with the objective of learning more about the needs of our community. In conclusion, the Antioch Project provided a structure to facilitate growth and revitalization of Chickasaw United Methodist Church. The resources provided by the conference in the form of the coaches accelerated the adoption and implementation of the recommendations. This has resulted in a more vibrant and welcoming church that is engaged in the community and offers a more integrated, scripture-based curriculum for future generations.